Welcome back for this final hour of Hobby Maker this afternoon with myself and Natalie from Hunkydory. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Ah, great stuff. Oh my gosh, we've had such a wonderful show so far, and it's been wonderful to meet Jason and Pauline, and of course to meet yourself as well. I've been totally bowled over with just how much potential this not just the channel, but the incredible wealth of knowledge and expertise which is available for all of our viewers. It's amazing, isn't it?
It's crazy, isn't it? There's so much you can learn from watching these shows.
There really is.
It's amazing, and even as a crafter myself, watching the other demonstrators on the show, you're always learning something new.
They're wonderful, aren't they? Now, the big bundle that we're focusing on in this hour is, well, the savings you are going to be making on these bundles are always going to be phenomenal. I think we've got 3 beautifully chosen packs here, don't you?
They're really, really pretty. Each of them stands out individually, but I think they work really nicely together as well.
Yes, they really do. You've got 3 different packs here. We've got the Forever Floral Rose Deluxe Card Craft Pack. On the back, this is something which, for me, being somebody who isn't familiar with this particular pack, this is really useful, being able to see all of the different designs in situ.
The team have laid them out in sort of like the way that they were designed. So the cardstock that coordinates with those toppers, you can see it all together. So if you're someone like me who likes to stick to the rules sometimes, you like to make sure everything coordinates, then you've got that there as a guide. And then on the front of all these pads, there's beautiful inspiration for the cards that you can be making as well. So really, everything that you have here just fills you with so much inspiration for how you can use them.
There's so much crammed into these pads. It's so nice to have everything here to call upon at a moment's notice. So nice that it's all in one pack. Because a lot of crafters, a lot of card makers, you will be making cards when you're not necessarily at home, won't you?
Yeah, you can make them all the time. People can always ask you to make a card. So this is something that, you know, you could have in the back of the car or in your little travel craft stash. And you can just say, yeah, I can do that. And you can just pull out one of these craft pads. You've got everything that you need. You've got your toppers, your cardstock, your inserts. You can make cards just by using this pad. You can add extra things in as well. But I think the beauty of it is that you can do everything just from this one pad.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen some wonderful things which you might want to add on to this today. And we've been kind of placing them together and saying, isn't that wonderful? But as Natalie says, it's so nice that you've got the opportunity just to use this, just to use these packs in situ. Beautiful quality card here, absolutely wonderful. This is one of the first things that really struck me about the quality of these incredible products is the thickness of the card.
It's crazy.
It's perfect, isn't it?
It's 350 GSM, which is probably one of the most strongest papercraft cardstocks you can get. It's perfect for so many different things. If you're watching the 3 o'clock show, it's perfect for construction. It's perfect for using as card bases because it's strong enough to do that. But it's also not too heavy that you can mat and layer this onto each other. You can add your toppers to it and use it in that way as well.
Absolutely, it's gorgeous. Because I suppose you want it to be heavy enough to be able to, you want it to be good quality enough to be able to make your cards from, but you don't want it to be so heavy that postage becomes an issue, for instance. Gorgeous. So that's your, this one is your true blue one, which is just so beautiful. I think wonderful for Mother's Day. And then you've got your Teddy Loves as well. And we'll show you some inspiration as well.
Super cute.
It really is.
With all the little teddies in there.
Yes. And we were talking earlier on, weren't we, Natalie, about how, you know, we remember Forever Friends.
Yes.
And having that little collection of teddies. And
it has that real theme to it, doesn't it?
It really does.
They've all got little personalities and they're all doing lots of different things.
There's a Barbara Cartland one there on the chaise longue. You've got all sorts of different little characters here. They're so sweet, aren't they? This one here looking at cake. They're gorgeous, really, really pretty for absolutely everyone. There really is something in here for absolutely everyone. And all these little borders here, which have just been nestled into the pieces as well, which of course makes it so useful. And there's not a single millimetre of space which has been wasted, is there? It's all been very much used.
We've added so much to this to fill it to the brim, really. So you get loads to to play around with and
Absolutely.
create different things with as well.
So you've got all 3 packs of these today. It is going to be, it is a big saving of £11.99 that you're going to be making on this. And the entire bundle is yours today for £23.98. It basically means you're getting 3 for 2. It basically means you're getting 1 free, which is wonderful. I just wanted to show you some inspiration as well, because I didn't show all of these to you. But this just gives you an idea of how you might want to, the kind of pieces you might want to make. These are so beautiful. I mean, they're so
really,
professional.
really nice. And like I said, these 2 here are just using the bits from the kit. So
you haven't added anything in.
To them. The other 2 that you're going to show, we've put them onto card blanks, which you
Yes.
can buy really, really reasonably
yes.
at a great price and big bundles of. But if you so you can do both of those things, and they're so, especially this one, there's so much you can do with it to make such beautiful cards, like cutting into the cardstock, layering your cardstocks over one another.
This one's interesting.
With the
you've
acetate.
Yes, you've added some acetane to this, which just looks great,
It really changes the look of your card, and when you've got a card that is so fancy and detailed, you want to be able to do different things with it. So having that in your stash and being able to use it can really change the look of your card.
It really can. Beautiful, almost adding like little gem buttons onto here as well. I love the look of this one as well. That's a really, really pretty card. All those gorgeous frames, and you've used the little foam pads as well, which we'll come to in a moment as well. Oh yeah, you've got your true blue cards here as well, which are just so pretty. Such a delicate palette of colour, but such striking designs in here. They're really, really beautiful, aren't they? So feel free to be inspired by these as much as you like. These are all wonderful, but of course there's so much more you can do with these as well. £23.98 is your price point today. Give us a call today, 0800 001 4433. Keep coming through for that. There's more people checking out, which is great to see. Now, you're all going to be only paying 1 P&P, and that lasts for the entire show, which is wonderful. So just keep on adding to your order. You're only paying 1 P&P. It's not a P&P per item, which is just wonderful. Now, there's 4 packs that we didn't actually...
ones that we didn't show you
Yes, we didn't show them earlier on.
And these ones are just as beautiful. So we'll show you which one we did.
Yes.
This one?
Yes, brilliant.
So an artist garden. This one's really, really lovely. So the way that this one was designed, everything's in sort of like watercolour, black and white theme.
Oh, that's
You've got some
gorgeous.
beautiful, really stunning garden scenes in here. Just touches of colour throughout your toppers.
Oh, that's wonderful. Greenhouse,
but
how
it's
gorgeous.
matastic as well. So if you want a little bit more colour, you could add purple to this one. You could colour these in with your brush marker pens, add some blues in there. But it is such a beautiful collection. It was one that was really popular when it was brought to you the first time. So this is one that I'm sure people will be adding into their baskets. You have foiled and plain cardstock in here for your collection. Really nice, isn't it, how it falls across the cardstock?
Yes.
Some beautiful textures and patterns that run throughout here as well as those floral details. So you've got your gingham there. You've got that beautiful sort of grey wood in there, and then your polka dots on this one. And then you have 8 coordinating inserts as well in here. So everything that you need to be able to make cards, absolutely all of them, and coordinate from the outside in, all for an amazing price of £9.99.
That's
amazing. It all fits in these amazing pads, which means it doesn't take up so much space.
Yes, I can imagine. And this is something which Pauline said earlier on. You know, when you are a crafter or a paper crafter, you don't just... A lot of you out there won't just do paper craft. You do lots of other things, and it does take up a lot of room, doesn't it?
So much craft.
Oh, now this one, I love the colours in here.
This one is really pretty. So this is our Poppy Wishes collection. Obviously it focuses around those poppies, but we don't just have red poppies throughout this collection. We've mixed it up a little bit. Really nice different shapes in here, different colours. This one's perfect for sort of if you're wanting to, because in craft it's crazy. We start things way before they actually happen.
Yes.
So people will be crafting for sort of like fall time.
Of course,
already.
yes.
And this one's a great one for that.
For autumn.
You've got some beautiful imagery
Remembrance
in here,
as well, those gorgeous poppies.
with this cardstock. Really nice colours of reds, of oranges, of really deep greens in here as well. It's absolutely phenomenal. And then the foiling in this one is really nice as well. Some beautiful accent foiling and flourishes throughout, like these borders on here, and the poppies themselves on this border. They are all foiled, which just looks amazing in the light. And then finally, you've got the final one with the big poppy down the side. And
lovely.
your inserts to match are all in the back as well.
Gorgeous. So that's just $9.99 as well. That's fantastic.
Is.
Really nice and popular.
Then we'll look at acorn wood. This one again is another matastic one. You'll have seen this recently when we showed you our...
Oh my gosh. Oh, how adorable.
It's so cute. Again.
Oh, that's so sweet.
All of these
look.
pads are best-selling collections that we've
Really?
done.
Yes, I can imagine.
So people will have this, they'll have crafted with it. They won't have it anymore, but we're bringing it to you in these pads so you can relive the joy and the love that you had when you first bought the collection. Perfect for children, perfect for birthdays, for maybe putting in frames
Easter.
in your nursery.
Oh yes, in the box frames like you did in the last hour.
Easter
Yes.
is perfect for this collection. And then again, all of your inserts to match in that one.
Gorgeous.
So that is your acorn wood, an absolute favourite. And
yes.
then finally is our Forever in Our Hearts collection. Now this is just absolutely stunning. It's a durable scorable, so it has that satin finish. But this one is for those times where you really, it's hard to make cards because of the occasion. It's really difficult, but you want to send someone something that is really beautiful to help them remember. So we have some more religious connotations. We have some beautiful quotes in here as well that really are absolutely stunning.
Oh, lovely lilies.
This is great because this is a topper set. However, they're all individual flowers. You can just pop these out. Wonderful. Create your own bouquets on the front of your cards, things like that.
Sweet, with someone's favourite flowers,
it's
maybe.
Absolutely gorgeous. Some really beautiful artwork in here. It's a real classic collection. It's absolutely stunning. But you could swap some of these sentiments out, maybe use some die cuts that you have, and this would really work for weddings.
It really, you know, I was just looking at the silvers and thinking that would work for weddings, yes.
The roses and things like that. So swap out some of those sentiments and you've got a kit that you can use for other occasions as well.
Absolutely, that's gorgeous. $9.99 again. What a wonderful price point for such a gorgeous collection. These are just great, aren't they? Now, just before we do get into a demo, some of the essentials
yes.
that you use.
I've used them all day, really, haven't I?
You really have. We're going to start off with the construction glue, I think.
This is...
Is that... How much of that do you get?
You get 6 bottles here.
Whoa!
And there's 60 millilitres in each bottle.
Right.
And it's an amazing glue. We use it for so many things. The only thing we don't use it to craft with at Hunkydory is our mirror, because we always use a dry adhesive. But for anything else, it's perfect. You'd be able to use it with your MDF that Pauline brought to you earlier on. This is actually Pauline's favourite glue. The amount of these glues I have to send to Pauline is quite crazy sometimes, because she loves it. It's perfect for wood, for plastic, for metal. Loads of people who are Hunkydory fans will know on our Hunkydory channel, we ask people to send in what have you used your construction glue for? People have used it to fix things you wouldn't even believe.
Really?
Badges
Message us, let us know.
So many things. So if you've got some crazy stories about how you've used your construction glue, let us know. But incredible price for that.
So since you've been here, this has already sold out twice.
Yes, twice.
That's fantastic.
Had to bring it back twice.
Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. This
People
is clearly
love
is
it.
so wonderful. $11.99. $11.99 for the 6. That presumably is going to last quite a long time as well.
Depends how much you're crafting for. Depends how much you do. But it does last quite a while.
Yes.
And you don't need to use a lot of it.
That's
but
it.
It goes
Yeah.
a long way.
Yes, that's the best kind of adhesive, I think. Now the foam pads. I've seen you using these all day today.
All day, and we have some great bundles
Oh,
for you.
wonderful.
So we have a strip bundle, and in here you're going to get large strips, and then you're also going to get a selection where you get 2 different sizes. You've got 3mm and 5mm, and then I believe that this size, these are all 10mm in length.
Right.
Then we have a small selection of squares for you. So here you've got sort of like the 10 by 10mm squares, and then on the back you've got 5 by 5mm.
Brilliant.
So for things like decoupage, where you need lots of little tiny bits, then
Yes,
they're perfect.
yes.
We do them in a black selection, so instead of the white foam pad, if you want to use black, then we have that for you.
Nice.
So you get those in both rectangular and large squares. Then we have the rectangular and large squares in white as well.
Goodness me.
I'm going so fast
This is
here,
a
aren't I?
massive bundle.
And then we also do them in our circles. So these are one of
wonderful.
Anne-Marie's favourites. So when you have those curved edges and normally you have to like cut out your squares.
Yes,
You don't have to
okay.
do that anymore because we've got the circles for you.
These are all $9.99. They're all $9.99. They're all on the website now, so just fill your boots. Should we start our first demo?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes, let's go for it. What are you going to be showing us?
So I'm going to use the Teddy Loves collection.
Yes.
And we're going to use, so some of the cardstock in here, sometimes you'll find that it works. So it works perfectly for ones like this one because it matches up, and this one as well matches up. But I wanted to show you how you could use it with some of the toppers where you don't see the artwork in the cardstock. So I've got a 7x7. And I've got some red adorable scorable as well, like our adorable core colourways you'll be able to find on the website. And that just helps you mix and match and create some layers. So I believe this is, I've got a gold piece of Miri here, which I've taken from my Miri Mega Mix. This is 6 3/4. So I'm going to cut this down to 2 sort of millimetres below that. So I get a nice bit of that gold edge. And then I'm going to cut my cardstock to fit underneath it as well. So I'm just going to cut that now to half an inch shorter than that red. So it'll be 2 notches below 7.5. And then I'm going to take it this way as well. So I've got this pattern here, this really nice pattern. We've still got some of that bit, but we've removed sort of the grass edging from there. So let's stick all these together and layer them up, and then we can put them together. So we'll use some of that construction glue.
Oh, yes, definitely.
And I'll bring in my double-sided tape. So where's my Miri? So let's stick on our red piece. So for Miri, we always recommend using your dry adhesive.
Yes, rather
because
than a glue.
with the Miri, you don't have, the cardstock doesn't have any like absorbency because of what's the coating on top of it.
Yes.
So the glue can't dry, it sort of sticks on top, so then your cards start to fall apart after a while, and we don't want that.
No.
So we'll use our double-sided tape for that, but then on everything else, and it's coming out so quickly, we can use our lovely construction glue. So I'm just going to pop that on top of here, and I'm going to put it on the side so it looks completely different from how it did earlier on. And with this glue as well,
nice.
you have a bit of wiggle room, so you have the time for it to move about and before it sort of sets. So let's pop a little bit more across here. We'll put some around the edges, and then we'll pop this onto our 7x7 card blank. So we're going to open it up normally, and I've left a nice white edge because the topper I'm going to use, let's just get that glue off there. The topper I'm going to use is our painter, and he's just having the time of his life, I feel.
He is, isn't he?
So I've picked out the red because obviously he has some red on his little paintbrush there. We're going to use the To A Special Guy, and we'll pop that under here. And I'm also going to use another one, and I'm going to, shall we use? Let's go with this one because this one has stars on it as well. So we'll all coordinate this together.
You do like
so
playing
we'll
by the
put To A
rules, don't you?
Special
I
Guy.
love
It's time to celebrate.
Yay!
And then I'll also add in my border strip because you get them on here and they're so useful to use. Now I've just popped out all of this whole topper sheet out of my deluxe craft pad, but if you're crafting at home, you can keep this in so all of your bits and pieces are still going to be stuck inside there. So let's just trim this out of here. We'll pop it off that sheet, and then we can start making this card up. So I think I'm going to add, if I pop those two on here, we'll add this down here, and you can do this with your cards as well. You can sort of pop everything out and move things around, see how you want them to
Yes,
go.
nice.
Sort of create the look that we're going for here. So I'll just peel this away, and this will fit down the whole of our card. So we can just layer that up on there, and then we can trim off those edges in a little while. I'm just going to go around here and just trim off the little pips that are standing out a little bit. I'm going to pop that just in the centre here, and then I'll just trim this along, and I'm going to go and get another large strip because they fit perfectly on here, so we can just pop them down, trim that off, save that bit for later. So
Lovely.
We'll put our To A Special guy just over here, and then we can add It's Time to Celebrate.
Yay!
Underneath.
Nice, I like that.
And then we'll just finish it off by trimming our edges, and we have our card all ready to go. We just need to add in our insert. So I've done exactly the same. I've cut it so the other image is removed, and we'll pop it in just with one side stuck in, so it looks more of like a traditional insert.
Yes,
where you
lovely.
would just stick it at one side. So there you go.
Oh, that's so clever. Well done, you, Natalie. That's so pretty. I love your kind of choice of colours, and because I'm somebody who can sometimes be a little bit afraid. You know, is that colour going to go with that? But if you look at your image and then you pick out a character colour, then
the best way to do it. Definitely.
Isn't that gorgeous? Well done. Love that. Wonderful. You must have thousands of cards at home.
We do have quite a bit. I ended up boxing them up and giving them to like family members so that they could gift them to other people when the time came for celebrations and things like that.
Yes. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's just so lovely, isn't it, being able to gift something like this? It's just so wonderful. It's more than a card, isn't it? It's something, you know, it's a gift. Gorgeous. Fantastic. Right. Okay. So I just wanted to let you know very quickly that the big MDF bundle that we were going to be bringing you in the last hour, which unfortunately wasn't in the Bert and Gert hour, which wasn't available in that hour, is now available. So if you go to our website, so it's on 7-day extended delivery, just so you're aware. So if you go to our website, hobbymaker.co.uk, it's available on the website if you want to add it onto your order. Same great deal, same great price, same split payments as well, just to let you know. But it is available on our website now because it did sell out with a lot of people missing out. So if you do want to add it onto your order for $59.99, then please do. Something that is probably going to sell out in this hour is the construction glue. Look at everybody coming through. Joanne, you've just bought 3 loads. I don't know what Joanne's got planned, but she's clearly got something planned.
She's building a house.
She's got 3 loads.
Brick by brick.
You get 6 of your construction glue 60ml bottles. This really is incredible stuff. I think as well, when you find an adhesive that works for you, then I think you never use anything else, do you?
No, you stick to what you know. You stick to what
Quite
you know
literally
works.
stick to what you know.
Literally, it gets all over your hands. But it's great to have that product that you know, that you trust, and
Absolutely.
It's going to be perfect every time. And that's why this is so great, and why people love it.
And also, I saw when you were using it there, it's so beneficial. It's got this precision nozzle, hasn't it? So you get that really ease of application.
There's 2 different ways in which you can open it. Now, when you have them at home, you can either cut just above. They have a little, let me clean this one off here. They have a little lip on them. So you can either cut just above them, which gives you more of a free-flowing glue. Or if you want it to be really precise, pop your pokey tool into the top.
Yes.
Just to create a little hole, and then you'll have more of a precise glue. So if you're using it on decoupage or little bits of pieces that you've cut out, then you can get into thinner areas. So either way in which you use it, it's great. It's great for that.
Gorgeous. Donna, you've got 6 loads of this in it. You are going to be getting 6. If you want 6 of 6, if you want 36 bottles.
It's a lot of glue.
Then please do, Donna. Check out my darling. Crafter, you've got 4 of these in your basket. Glynis has just ordered 2. Well done. So if you do want to order, multiples of these, then please, just go for it. Once you find the glue that you like. Anne in South Yorkshire, well done. You just need to check out my lovely. Well done. Now, something, Natalie, that you were using. The Mega. Yes.
Mega Mix. This
Now,
is really good.
I have been looking. I've had this in the studio in the studio because Hobby Maker shares its studio with Jewelry Maker, and we've had all this gorgeous card on display for the last couple of weeks. And I've been looking at it thinking, I love that. I love that. No, it's just gorgeous to look at. You can tell it's beautiful quality, and I have to say, 50 sheets of cards. Now, all of these colours, I believe, are exclusive to this bundle.
Yeah, you won't find them in any of our individual packs. You only find these colours in here. Some of these shades and these tones are glorious.
They really are.
You're going to be able to find teals in here that you can use with your Teal Treasures Deluxe Craft Pad. Your blacks you're going to be able to use with your Twilight Forest. But they are amazing. And they're really good to just make cards from. By themselves, like score into them, create patterns with them.
My kids
really,
would
really nice.
love these.
They would.
They would absolutely love these. They're 6 and 8, and they love nothing better than cutting, sticking. I mean, card making. That would be a complete revelation. But they've got little die cutters as well that they cut little kind of shapes out of, and they go everywhere. But they love them. But out of card like this,
I mean, look really cool.
Perfect. Is that the price for this? What do you mean? No. Hang on. 20. No. I really struggle with that. I really struggle with that because I've been into certain craft shops before and bought packs of 10 sheets of card like this before. There's no way you'd be able to, that's 40 pence a sheet. There's no way you would be able to get this amount for that price anywhere else. $19.99. That is tremendous. And it's not just, what I love so much about this, Natalie, is it's not just blue, green, pink. It's every shade of blue.
Shade, loads of different tones in here. Really nice hot pinks, really nice baby pinks. The same with your greens, your blues, the purples in here. It's just beautiful.
Gosh, the greens, deep dark greens, that's just incredible. Yeah, burnt orange. I mean, just colours which are not just beautiful and kind of poppy, but kind of quite sophisticated colours there as well. Also, you know what, I would, oh my gosh, look at this. I would just have an absolute ball just sitting down with these and just kind of putting different colours together and seeing, do they work? Look at all these little nuances of colour. It's so good.
It's amazing.
Oh my word. Liz, there's a crafter coming through. Well done to you. Chrissy in Essex as well. Well done to you, my lovely. You're also there for $19.99. That is going to last and last and last. And look, we've got some inspiration, a little bit of inspiration here as well. Nice. Look at this.
You can see these cards are all just using this cardstock.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and this cardstock and our sentiment pads, our Trim Me insert pads.
Yes.
As on the front of the cards. So it really shows off just how amazing these this mirror can work by itself to make your cards.
Yes, or as a background.
Or as a background,
as you just did there.
Definitely matte and layer it with your cardstock, with your collections. It works amazingly in both ways, but like you said, die cutting as well.
Oh gosh,
it's so nice.
Definitely, well done, everybody. And that would work really well with of course the brand new bundle today. So if we just so look, we've got the. Well, if we start off with the bundle that we bought you today is heavily discounted. We bought you the true blue. I'm going to try and be clever now and look for blues now. I'm going to be trying to kind of look for kind of colours which would tie in beautifully. You've got here, see, look at this. If you want,
so nice.
Here we go. If you wanted to tie kind of these colours, this gorgeous shade of blue in with the true blue. I mean, you can just make it go even further. It's so nice. You can make these beautiful pads go even further, which is just so wonderful. Add a bit of pizzazz and a bit of that lovely metallic mirror shine to it. So in the bundle, you get your true blue. You get your Teddy Loves, which is so sweet. I just love it. And you get your gorgeous Forever Florals with the rose patinations going through there. Just gorgeous. A big saving today. Your saving is £11.99. It should be £35.97, but yours today for 23.98. So that's a big saving of $11.99, making each one of these, they work out to $7.99 per pack, which is just superb. And it's all in one place. Keep checking your baskets out. Crafty, you've got 4 in there. Deborah, well done to you. Donna, you've got 4 loads of this in your basket. Susan, well done. Also, just thinking about things like my 8-year-old daughter goes to, she loves brownies and loves going to brownies, and they work towards lots of different badges and doing things like card making.
Yeah, they do lots of different things like that. So if you are like a leader of a group in that way, then this is a really good start, because there's such a good price. They could like pick what type of card they want to do, because it could be from any of the collections, and then make things with them. And
it's so achievable. It's so lovely, and this is what, of course, Natalie has been showing us throughout the show today, just how anybody can just have a go. It's just wonderful. It's so exciting, isn't it? Gorgeous. Well done, everybody. Yeah, so $23.98 for your bundle there today. Beautiful quality card there. Just gorgeous. Well done. More people checking out. That's so nice to see. Rosemary, make sure you check out in Merseyside. Well done to you, my darling. Gorgeous. Now, demo, what are we going to look at now? Oh, you're back to the True Blue.
I am. Back to the True Blue collection, and we're going to do a stepper easel. So it's a little bit different with this one. We're going to bring in our scoreboard again, our trusted scoreboard. So what you want to do is take a piece of A4 card. So you can do this with any collection again, but this one, it works really nice with this pattern because it's an all over print. So we're going to cut it to 5 3/4. And then keep this piece to one side because you are going to use it again. Then what we're going to do is we're going to cut 1 1/4. So if I just pop my blade in here, 1 1/4, and then I want it to start at 1 inch because we have measurements down our the side of this bit as well. So we can pop our piece in, make sure it's nice and secure in there, and then we're going to run this down to 5 1/4. So you just want to run it down, and we've got little indicators on this trimmer so you know that you're at the spot. And then what we can do is just flip it over, and we'll do exactly the same again. So this time, because I know it's in the spot at 5 1/4, I'm just going to run it up to 1 inch, and then we can add our scores in. So now we're going to put it onto our scoreboard lengthways. We'll pop our little tool out. And I want to score at 1, 2, just to that score line. Then I'm going to score it at 4 1/2, but I'm going to score it at 4 1/2 between my score lines. Then I'm going to score it at 5 1/4 the whole way down. Or no, I'm not. I'm going to score it at 5 1/4 just at the top. And then we're going to do it at the bottom. I'm going to flip it over just so you can see that. And then at 8 1/2. So we'll repeat those measurements. I'm just going to flip it over. We're going to do it at 1, at 2, up to the score line. Then at 4 1/2 between your score lines. And then at 5 1/4 at both sides of your score lines. And then 8 1/2 all the way down. Then we can just fold this. So we're going to fold, first of all, our piece. Mountain and volley fold these bits. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Just something which has just occurred to me, because these designs are so wonderful. If this is something which is brand new to you, you can go to our YouTube channel. And you can watch all of these demos back, and because I think that's going to be so important, especially if this is a new design. This is quite a different design that you're doing here now. Yes,
so if you want to watch it back with the packs that you're going to be getting, do exactly the same design, and you can watch the demonstration back. Especially if you're new to to kind of hobbying and crafting, this is absolutely perfect. So then this is going to be the shape of your card. How have you done that? That's amazing. It's crazy, isn't it? Yes. It's a really fun new card that I've sort of like learned to do more recently. Yes. But this one is already up on my Facebook page. I used a different cardstock to do it, but it is already up on there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to trim this down to 5 1/4. Is it 5 3/4? I think it's 5 3/4. 5 3/4, and then this will fit on top of your card, because obviously it's going to sit like this. You don't want to have this white edge here. So I will use my construction glue to just cover that over.
But this card shape, you can do all of the card shapes I've shown you today, and all of the 3D things we showed you in the 3 o'clock show. You can do those with any of these collections that we bring to you, because they will all work perfectly. So that is just going to sit on there like so.
Lovely.
And then what we're going to do is, let's just burnish this fold so it sits really nicely. So we'll just press that in again. Then we can decorate this up. So instead of choosing, let's just lay it flat. Instead of choosing like a big topper for this, we have a sheet in here. I think it's the last one. This one here with these 2 big circle images on.
Yes, lovely.
And what I've done is I've decided to take the smaller ones out of here and utilise them in a card. So let's get these all together, and I've got a lovely Happy Mother's Day sentiment as well, which we can pop on here. So our border strip, I'm going to place on my 2 panel edges. So I'll just pop one on there and then turn it and trim it. And then I'll use the other side on this edge here.
Lovely.
And make sure that they're in line with each other, and then trim that off. And then I can use the remaining bit of this as a stopper. So for a stopper, you want to add height so you can't, so the cardstock doesn't budge in any way. So I'm going to use my super thick foam pads, and I think
you've stuck it to the
I've stuck it down. There we go.
That's okay.
I'll pop that along here. And it's slightly short, but we'll add a sentiment to fix that. So I'll pop this now, so my card stands up. So we can just pop that up on here.
Clever, clever, clever.
Like so, and that will keep our card in place.
So cool.
Then I can add my Happy Mother's Day little top sentiment topper just down the side. So we'll just add our foam pad to that. I can't get it up. There we go. So Happy Mother's Day can sit just on the end there. So we've got that ready to go. And then we'll add all of these other elements to it. So if I just put foam pads onto the largest one. So what have we got here? Let's put foam pads on this butterfly. And I'll pop that just in this top corner here. And then our cup we're going to place just slightly over it. So add our foam pads to this, and I'm going to double up my foam pads on one side because we're going to need an extra bit of height just on this edge here. So I'll pop that now on top of there like so. So we've got like a little collage of toppers going on here instead of regular toppers. So where's my small squares now? So you can see I'm utilising all of these different
You really are.
foam pads we've got in these incredible bundles.
All of these foam pads, by the way, are available on our website. We're just bringing some of them to you right now. But yeah, and it's so nice that within the packs you get the rectangles, you get the squares. These little tiny ones I can see you using as well.
And I think we'll leave it like that. I was going to add another one in, but I don't think we have room. So there you go. There is your easel stepper card. Utilising those really nice different shapes, and those smaller toppers that maybe would go to waste or you wouldn't necessarily use, think about using them because they look just as beautiful as your large ones as well.
They really do. So nice to see cards that stand up like that as well. Anything just a little bit different, like it just looks so pretty. I like that. That's gorgeous. And also the fact that you've used that beautiful border as well, and and nothing's gone to waste.
Nothing has gone to waste. We've done it on the top, the 2 sides, and then across the bottom as well.
Yes. So nice. And easy enough to kind of lie flat and pop in the post as well.
You can fold it flat, so you can fold it across each other and it'll fit in sort of like a 5x7 perfectly.
Yes. Oh, that's so sweet. Isn't that gorgeous? So sweet. The biggest, the big bundle is where you're going to get the biggest saving, obviously. And of course, you can create that pretty much exact piece that Natalie's just made using the True Blue, which we've got here. 3 of your craft pad. And honestly, if you've never had a go with this before, you've literally got nothing to lose. Because even if you get this home and you think, right, well, I'm not going to make cards with it, but I'm going to put them into box frames, or I'm going to give them to my kids or my grandkids to have a go with. They're just such lovely things to have. The quality of what you're getting, I think, is key here. And that's kind of what I've kind of picked up on with all of the Hunkydory products that we brought to you today, is the quality. I mean, literally, there has been nothing scrimped on at all here. Everything from the quality of the card to the amount that you get in each one of these packs is just absolutely superb. Everything has been thought about. And I tell you what's so obvious as well, Natalie, and because this isn't always the case with products that are brought to the marketplace. This has clearly been developed by crafters for crafters.
It's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. So when we bring together products, Anne-Marie is the one that sort of always makes sure everything works together. She's always picking out things that will work together because she is a crafter. She knows what people want. So that's why we put our knowledge of crafting into our products, because
Absolutely.
then they work best for you out there.
Yes, absolutely. That's wonderful. Don't take our word for it. Tracy sent a message in. Tracy in Flintshire. Hi, Carol and Natalie. Carol, you're doing great with the paper crafting. Hunkydory products are the best. I have to say, though, it's not hard. I have to say, I'm literally watching these incredibly talented demonstrators doing pretty much all the hard work. And I'm just standing here just going, wow, this is just opened my eyes to a completely different...
Are you going to be a crafter now?
Do you know what, Natalie? I think I will, actually.
I think you should.
I genuinely think there's so many ththings I've kind of earmarked today. I've been thinking, right, no, I love that, and I love that. Those alcohol inks card, I love those. I love this. I mean, I love a bargain. This, absolutely phenomenal. Love this. I really want to get that. I'm going to go home with loads. My husband's going to go nuts. He's going to love. We're all going to be into crafting. But no, it's just so. It's just such a lovely thing to do. My next door neighbour, Jenny, she's a phenomenal lady, and she's been crafting for not Jenny Cleary, no, but she's been crafting for decades and decades, and she gets so much pleasure out of it.
It's true. It is true. It's something that is such a lovely hobby for people to do, whether you're into paper crafting or mixed media or soft crafting. It's such a lovely thing. And like I said earlier, my favourite thing about crafting is giving someone something that you've made, and their reaction to it.
The reactions,
so you get wonderful. It's so wholesome.
That's it.
To know that they're so grateful for the time that you've spent into it, and also it's so much fun the time that you do spend making all of these
Absolutely,
things.
it's incredibly relaxing. I can imagine as well.
So relaxing. Colouring is my favourite. Colouring
is it really?
super therapeutic.
What kind of mindfulness colouring? And oh, wonderful. My sister loves that too. It's a wonderful thing to do, isn't it? This particular pack has been very, very popular, the Poppy Wishes. Gosh, look, the inspiration you get just on the front cover, that is just wonderful. So much wonderful inspiration. It's quite interesting, isn't it? When you think floral, you think kind of purples and pinks and delicate colours. What's so nice about this is it's a little bit more vivid. So for people who don't necessarily want those pinks and those purples and lavenders, this is wonderful. And as you say, for autumn, this is just perfect.
Great, isn't it? For people who craft for charities as well, like the British Legion.
The British Legion.
This is going to be great for that time of year, for Remembrance Sunday, whether you're gifting these in frames or whether you're making cards for them for people to remember. They're going to love it.
They really are as well. They really, really are. Oh, look, in loving memory. How beautiful. What a gorgeous sentiment. It's just gorgeous because, of course, poppies are all about remembrance, aren't they? So whether it's going to be, for Armistice Day.
I love this one as well because it's so different. The colours that you get in here, those orange tones, that burnt orange. And
they're beautiful.
Mustards. It's really nice.
It's kind of harvesty, isn't it? It's kind of harvest festival. It's so lovely. I mean, Hunkydory, you must do thousands of different kind of designs and kind of ones which are very autumnal and kind of Halloweeny and things like that. But in actual fact, you can find those kind of notes and those kind of suggestions in these. This is slightly Christmassy, isn't it? With the gorgeous kind of reds on there as well. It's just so pretty. Those gorgeous rich colours you're getting there. And look at that board. Isn't that stunning? And of course you could cut round that as well, couldn't you,
Yeah,
Natalie?
you could fussy cut into that. You could make a little bow for the front of your card. You could place it over your topper to make a completely different look. There's so many different things you can do with this cardstock. You don't just have to fold it in half and create a card from it.
Exactly.
And I would always suggest to cut into it where you can, because the more you cut into your cardstock, the more cards you're going to be able to make.
Yes, and the more different your designs are going to be, they're going to be completely unique, aren't they? Also, I think we need to bring your bow maker to air. I'd love you to bring that. Have you brought that to air yet?
Yes, so the bow maker launched last week with Anne-Marie.
Did it go nuts?
It was really, really fun. It's great, and it's not just a bow maker.
Is it not?
You can make pom-poms on it, you can make tassels on it. There's so many things you can do with our bow maker. I absolutely love it.
Liam's just found it.
Has he?
In the chasms of Jimmy's back office room. Jimmy's face. That sounds wrong, Jimmy. Okay, let's start demoing, and then we're going to bring it to air, and then we'll go nuts about the bow maker.
It's so fun. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is with our Forever Florals Rose.
Oh, gorgeous.
We're going to cut into the cardstock and layer it up a little bit. So we're going to do a big 8x8 because 8x8s allow you to fill the space to do more things with it. So I had a little offcut from a card I'd already made of this beautiful pink selection, but then I absolutely adore this cardstock. It's the best I've ever. It's so nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow this line here and cut out a big chunk to layer on top of our card. So just with my craft knife, following the shape of the paper, and then around these floral elements here, we've got this larger section, and I'm just going to turn my cardstock because it's going to be easier for me to cut it. Just around there and then down here, and then that should just, with a little tease, should just pull away. I'll just need to get up there a little bit, and then you've got like a whole section here removed from the card. So we'll pop this onto our card. Not sure how this is going to look yet. I've got ideas, but I'm not sure how or where it's going to go. But first of all, we're starting off with some mirri. We're going to mat and layer this onto our card. So straight onto our 8x8, we'll pop this, and it's going to fit really nicely on there. And then I'm going to stick my pink layer down next. Now this is slightly shorter because obviously I'd already used some of this, but it doesn't mean you can't use them in your card. So I'm just going to leave a little thin gold edge on all three sides. Make sure that that's really nice and neat on there. And then this bit we're going to stick on top, and it's sort of going to lift over. Now it's slightly bigger than 8x8, so what we can do that now is just trim it down. So if we trim it first, then we know it's going to fit. And I'm going to take it I'm going to take a little off the bottom and a little off the top as well, because I like both sort of mixes of the card there. So 8x8 with that, and I'm going to pop this on with some of our large foam pad strips, just because it covers so much area of your card. It's going to lift it up as well onto that piece, so we can sort of hide different elements under here. So before, I'm just going to stick around the edges for that reason, that I'm going to add stuff to this card, and I might want to just poke it under. So if I leave it off with foam pads, then I've got the room to do that. So we'll just pop this over and layer that up on top of there. So then we can add our foam pads once we've decided what's going where. So let's bring in our topper shape. We're going to go in with this big large rose, definitely. I'm going to use my border strip, so let's take that off there. We'll use this big rose border. And then I think we can use, let's take these two little tags off because these are really cute. We can use the Just For You and then the one with the two flower pieces on. They could pop up there. We can pop this sort of like under here. And then let's do this one here because it says birthday wishes in this really nice circular shape, and it's going to fit quite nicely on there. So now we've popped all of these bits together, let's take this off. And again, I'm going to add my foam pad. So let's go with our smaller strips. because that'll fit really nicely on here, and you get quite a lot of movability when you use the thinner strips, which means that you can sort of tailor them around your frames and fill in those spaces. I've got a little offcut here that I can just sneak in behind there, and then I'll pull this back, and I'm actually going to tuck my frame underneath this section here. So tuck that underneath, and then while I've got that sort of together, I'll add a little foam pad just to that piece.
I like the way that this is, that we still don't know how this is going to be.
No, it could, honestly, I could change my mind in a matter of minutes. That's the type of crafter that I am. And then I'm going to pop this on. I'm going to pop this on double foam pad, so it's raised ever so slightly.
Yeah, lovely.
And let's stick these in the gaps where we know we've got that space. So just take that off. Have we got any more of those rectangles? We do. Perfect. So I'll just pop them on top, and I'll add one in this space as well. So it's nice and raised on all sides that we need it to be. Then it's just a case of working out where it goes in your frame. Popping that on ever so slightly so it sticks up. Then we'll pop this down, and let's use tape for that, so we can add things on top of it. So a little bit of tape under here. And I love cards collections like this for the reason that you can craft as you go, you can change up your mind, but you can also layer them, create them really differently to how you normally would do with your cards. So we'll pop that on there, and we'll trim it off, and I can save this piece to use on another card. Let's add this now. So again, with those foam pads that we've got, we can just trim this to go around this circular
that's brilliant.
element. So that should fit really nicely and snug on there, that one whole strip. So we'll stick that on so your birthday wishes sits really nicely so you can read it. Let's get some of those smaller squares, and we'll pop this one on double foam pads. So again, we'll add in more layers, we'll add in more definition to our card, so that can fit really nicely in there. And then our two tags will pop just up here, and we've got some space here as well, so we might throw another sentiment in. We'll have a look what we've got.
It's all about the sentiments. I love it.
Have a look what we've got. So
well, it's quite a big card, I suppose, isn't it?
It is a really big card. We've got the space to add as much or as little as you want onto here. So let's pop that on there like that.
Oh, beautiful.
And then what have we got that we could add onto here?
Do you want mine?
I might add, will this one fit here? Let's see, because I've got my other pad, and I've got, obviously, we've got the remaining bits from it. So let's see what we can add onto here. What do we have? So we just want some little toppers, really. We've got birthday wishes as another one. We could definitely add that one on. These are perfect. Let's take these.
Oh, sweet.
3 little embellishment toppers, and I love that we add these in for this reason, and you can do exactly what I'm going to do with them now. So instead of using like gemstones on your cards, these work perfectly. So let's just pop our foam pads on, and then we can have these running up the edge of my card.
Oh yes,
just
like
with
the little
gemstones
that you use actually.
But I'm using these beautiful butterflies instead.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And then finishing it off, obviously, because we have them all in our kit, so you've got to use them, your insert. So pop that just in the centre here, like so. And there you go.
Oh, look. Now that is amazing. That was so quick. And what was kind of interesting is that Natalie, you didn't really know how it was going to finish.
I didn't really have an end goal to this one. I was just sort of like creating it as I went. I knew I wanted it to be layered, but it's really stunning. And these types of cards you can make with this collection. This Forever Florals collection is one of those that you can really mix and match and throw everything together and layer it up. So
gratifying.
It looks beautiful.
We have got very quickly. We've managed to source the bow maker, and if we don't bring this to air, then Liam's going to be very upset. $4.99 for your bow maker. Now, I wasn't expecting it to look like this, but I'm going to swizzle it round and show you. Ah, there we go. There's the instructions on the back, giving you instructions how to make your bows. But you say this is so much more than a bow maker.
Oh, it's so much more than a bow maker. So the base, when you turn it back around,
Yes.
you can see you've got that base with those holes in.
Yes.
And then you have 4 pegs. So depending on where you put those pegs, depends on what you can make with it. So you can obviously do larger bows or smaller bows.
Yes.
But then you put 3 pegs in, you wrap it around, and then you tie just one end. You've got a tassel.
Ah.
You do it the largest setting, tie it around loads and loads of times, do the centre and
Yes.
then cut around it, and you've got a pom-pom.
That's fantastic.
So it's so much more than just a bow maker, but also it does make your bows incredibly perfect.
Yes.
If you're someone that likes to make sure everything is in the right space,
Yes.
then you're going to love this.
Oh, how gorgeous. So you're so like, just add it. It's £4.99, just add it onto your order.
£4.99.
Do you know what? I've enjoyed today immensely, and
It's
Natalie,
been so much fun.
Oh, hasn't it been fun? It's been so wonderful, kind of just watching you and just learning so much. I've been exposed to so much today. It's been absolutely wonderful. I hope you've enjoyed yourself.
I have. It's been great.
Fantastic. When are you next with us, lovey?
Next week sometime. I think it's Tuesday.
Perfect. Oh, well, we'll see you on Tuesday then. I'll see you tomorrow morning on Jewellery Maker. We've got, and then on Hobby Maker tomorrow afternoon, you've got, sorry, say again, sweetie, Crafter's Companion and Santanga as well. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. It sounds like a fizzy drink. Gorgeous. Absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for having me today. Hopefully they'll ask me back at some point. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Natalie. Safe journey back home. And thank you very much. Good night. God bless. We'll see you in a bit.
Hello, mate. Okay, far away. Guilty pleasure. Ooh, red wine. Cake. Oh, I Will Survive. Oh, actually, Angels. Robbie Williams' Angels. Scone. I'm from the south. Oh, there's been so many. When I split my trousers. Actually, I'm not the only one to have split his trousers on air, but that did happen to me. The producer spotted that my jeans at the back had completely split, and I didn't realise. Had to go and change them. My cat. She gets totally spoiled. Yes, I'd like to beat her. I can't dance. I definitely can't dance. I could probably do the Macarena, but don't ask me to. Our call centre is based in the UK and available 24/7. Just call 0800 001 4433 or email help@hobbymaker.co.uk.
It couldn't be easier to watch Hobby Maker. You can join us on Sky, Freeview, on our website or on YouTube, so you can watch at home or on the go.
Hobby Maker are live from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day on Sky Channel 670,
Freesat Channel 807
and Freeview Channel 73. You can also watch on YouTube via some smart TVs, your computer and phone.
Here at Hobby Maker, we want your shopping experience to be as simple as possible. That's why you can buy as many items as you like all day and only pay one postage and packaging fee. It doesn't matter what weight, size or quantity of your order or how many times you check out that day, you still will only be charged one P&P. Shopping made simple with Hobby Maker. When you purchase anything on Hobby Maker, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee, meaning that you can shop with confidence. Happy shopping with Hobby Maker.
Welcome to our exciting and brand new shopping channel, Hobby Maker, dedicated to crafting. We'll be working with some of the biggest brands in the industry, which means you can look forward to highly skilled crafters, demonstrations and great products at great prices. We'll be bringing you a mix of papercraft, mixed media, resin, candle making and so much more from our expert guests. So let's get crafting with Hobby Maker.